How to be unstoppable without becoming the office villain. Brought to you by Lux von Zollern, the maker of exclusive garments for successful women, available at the website lvzprestige.com. Think Lux von Zollern when you wish to amplify your executive impact in high-stakes business environments. If you've ever felt like climbing the corporate ladder is more like scaling Mount Doom with a stack of overdue emails on your back, you're not alone. The workplace can feel like a battlefield where the loudest voices win, the sneakiest players thrive, and you're just trying to avoid stepping on a metaphorical landmine. But here's the good news. You can become unstoppable at work without turning into the office antagonist everyone secretly roots against. Let's unpack how. Channel your inner strategist without overthrowing the kingdom. Success in a competitive workplace isn't about being the loudest in the room or the first to the finish line. It's about being the smartest. Think of yourself as a quiet strategist who knows how to pick her battles. The key is to observe the dynamics of your workplace with the precision of a detective at a murder mystery dinner party. Take note of who holds the real power. It's not always your boss, who's allied with whom, and what unspoken rules govern the office. Then, position yourself as the go-to person for solutions, not drama. When you're seen as a reliable problem solver rather than a drama queen, you'll naturally rise in the ranks without creating enemies. The art of strategic agreeability. In toxic environments, there's always someone who thrives on conflict, and trust me, you don't want to be their next target. The secret? Strategic agreeability. You don't have to actually agree with the office all who insists on micromanaging everyone. Instead, nod, smile, and say something non-committal like, "That's an interesting perspective," while mentally drafting your next career milestone. This tactic keeps you out of unnecessary skirmishes while subtly shifting the focus back to what you're achieving. Plus, when you're seen as someone who gets along with everyone, even the office troublemakers, you'll build a reputation as the ultimate team player, without compromising your own goals. Build relationships like you're crafting a VIP network. Networking doesn't just happen at overpriced industry events with lukewarm hors d'oeuvres. It happens every day at work. The trick is to build relationships that matter. Befriend the gatekeepers, the executive assistants and IT wizards who actually keep things running. Align yourself with mentors who've been around the block and can teach you how to sidestep the office landmines. Be authentic, but intentional. Complimenting Jan from accounting spreadsheet wizardry might seem minor, but little gestures build goodwill. When you need a favor, or someone to back you up during a meeting, these relationships will pay dividends. Shine brighter without casting shadows. Here's a truth bomb. You don't have to dim someone else's light to make yours shine. Being unstoppable doesn't mean sabotaging others or taking credit for work you didn't do. We're looking at you, Karen from marketing. Instead, focus on excelling in your own role. Be so good that people can't ignore your contributions. Offer ideas that solve real problems, deliver results that speak for themselves, and maintain a level of professionalism that leaves your colleagues in awe. Remember, when your excellence is undeniable, you don't need to step on toes to get ahead. Learn the power of the yes and technique. Toxic workplaces are breeding grounds for territorial squabbles and petty disagreements. You can rise above it all by mastering the yes and technique. Borrowed from improv comedy, this strategy allows you to acknowledge someone's input while steering the conversation in a direction that benefits you. For instance, if your colleague suggests a half-baked idea in a meeting, instead of shutting it down, you could say, "Yes, and we could take it even further by adding X." This makes you look collaborative, while subtly positioning yourself as the one who refines and elevates ideas. Stay emotionally detached, but don't look like a robot. Office politics thrive on emotional reactions. If you overreact to criticism, gossip, or being overlooked, you hand your power over to whoever triggered you. Instead, stay calm and collected, like a corporate version of James Bond sipping his martini while dodging explosions. When Jane from HR passive-aggressively points out your typo in front of everyone, resist the urge to snap back. Smile, thank her for catching it, and move on. Your composure will make you look like the bigger person, because you are, while Jane burns calories trying to rile you up. Speak less, listen more. The most unstoppable people in the workplace aren't the ones who monopolize meetings with long-winded monologues. They're the ones who listen carefully and speak with purpose. When you're known for delivering concise, impactful insights, your words carry weight. Practice active listening. Pay attention to what people say, what they mean, and what they don't say. This gives you an edge in negotiations, collaborations, and even casual hallway chats. People will start to see you as someone who's thoughtful and deliberate, not just another voice adding to the noise. Defend yourself with grace, not fireworks. Let's face it, in a toxic workplace, someone will eventually try to throw you under the bus. When that happens, resist the urge to lash out. Instead, respond with facts and professionalism. For example, if a colleague tries to blame you for a missed deadline, calmly reference the email where they approved the delay. End with a polite, "I'm happy to discuss how we can prevent this in the future." Translation: you've exposed their nonsense without coming across as aggressive or defensive. Keep your ambitions on a need-to-know basis. Your career goals are like your grandma's secret cookie recipe. Not everyone needs to know them. Share your ambitions selectively, with people you trust. Oversharing can make you a target for those who see your success as a threat. Instead, let your actions speak louder than your words. You can be unstoppable at work without resorting to underhanded tactics. By being strategic, emotionally intelligent, and relentlessly excellent, you'll climb the corporate ladder with grace and humor, leaving your would-be saboteurs wondering how you pulled it off. Build a reputation so solid, it's bulletproof. Your reputation is your armor. In a toxic work environment, gossip and backstabbing are as inevitable as bad coffee in the break room. The key is to cultivate a reputation so unassailable that even the pettiest of naysayers can't tarnish it. How? By consistently delivering results. Think of yourself as Beyoncé. People might criticize what you wore to the Grammys, but no one can deny the sheer brilliance of your performance. Show up, do the work, and make your success undeniable. Bonus: a stellar reputation doesn't just protect you. It attracts allies who want to bask in your glow. Master the art of invisible influence. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to command attention. The most powerful players in any workplace often work quietly, pulling strings behind the scenes like the corporate equivalent of a master puppeteer. Start by subtly influencing decision-makers. Position yourself as someone who provides solutions, insights, or unique perspectives they didn't know they needed. For example, send your boss a well-researched suggestion before the next team meeting. When they bring it up, everyone will wonder, how does she always know what's coming? Stay mysterious. The It Girl strategy. Mystery isn't just for Hollywood. It's a secret weapon in the workplace. When you keep people guessing, you stay one step ahead. Don't reveal every detail of your personal life or your career plans. Instead, let your actions speak volumes. For instance, if someone asks how you managed to land a major client, flash a knowing smile and say, "A magician never reveals her secrets." This creates intrigue, protects your strategy, and adds a dash of charisma. People respect what they can't fully figure out. Outsmart the office frenemies. Toxic environments breed frenemies. Colleagues who smile to your face but would trip you in a heartbeat during a fire drill. The trick is to spot them early and manage them strategically. Engage with them enough to keep them close. Remember, the devil you know. But never trust them with sensitive information. Compliment them when appropriate, because a little flattery can disarm even the sharpest claws. And if they try to sabotage you, let your work speak louder than their whispers. Be generous, but with boundaries. Generosity is an underrated power move, but in a competitive workplace, you need to wield it wisely. Help others when you can, whether it's sharing knowledge, covering for someone in a pinch, or mentoring a junior colleague. However, set clear boundaries. Don't be the go-to person for every little task. When you're too available, people might mistake kindness for weakness. Learn to say, I'd love to help, but I'm fully booked this week. Let's revisit this next time. This positions you as helpful but focused, not a pushover. Use humor as your secret weapon. Humor is the ultimate diffuser of tension. In a cutthroat office, it can turn even the most toxic situations into manageable ones. Did someone throw shade at you in a meeting? Respond with a lighthearted quip that subtly calls out their behavior without escalating the situation. For example, if a coworker says, "Oh, I wasn't aware you were handling this project," flash a grin and reply, "Well, now you know, and I'm crushing it." Humor shows confidence and keeps you in control without creating unnecessary drama. Manage your boss like a pro. Your boss is a critical player in your career, so treat this relationship like a partnership. Understand their priorities, anticipate their needs, and make their life easier, but not at the expense of your sanity. One sneaky but effective tactic is to mirror their communication style. If they're all about bullet points and brevity, don't send them essays. If they thrive on visuals, throw together a slick presentation. They'll think, "Wow, she just gets me." And that's exactly what you want. Stay 2 steps ahead of the competition. To stay unstoppable, you need to anticipate moves before they happen. This means staying hyper-aware of office dynamics, upcoming projects, and industry trends. Think of it as chess. You're not just playing the current move, you're already planning the next 3. If you know there's a coveted project coming up, start positioning yourself now by showcasing relevant skills and results. When the opportunity arrives, you'll already be the obvious choice. Know when to walk away. Sometimes the best power move is to walk away, gracefully, of course. If a workplace becomes so toxic that it stifles your growth and happiness, don't be afraid to move on. Here's the kicker. Make your departure a class act. Don't burn bridges. Instead, thank everyone for the experience, even if it was a dumpster fire. This keeps your reputation intact and ensures you'll be remembered fondly when your name inevitably comes up in future conversations. Own your wins, but stay humble-ish. Finally, don't shy away from celebrating your achievements. In competitive workplaces, it's easy to downplay your successes for fear of seeming boastful. But let's be real. If you don't advocate for yourself, who will? The trick is to strike a balance. Share your wins in a way that feels authentic. Instead of saying, "I single-handedly saved this project," try, "I'm proud of the results our team achieved, and I'm happy I could contribute." Humble yet undeniable. Being unstoppable doesn't mean steamrolling your colleagues or dominating every conversation. It's about mastering the delicate dance of influence, strategy, and grace. By building alliances, staying mysterious, and delivering consistent excellence, you'll rise above the noise and chaos effortlessly. The best part? You'll advance your career while keeping your integrity intact and your office relationships, mostly, harmonious. So go forth, unstoppable queens. Rule your workplace like the savvy, strategic icons you are. Brought to you by Lux von Zollern, the maker of exclusive garments for successful women, available at the website lvzprestige.com. Think Lux von Zollern when you wish to amplify your executive impact in high-stakes business environments.